I think the last time I did that was with Gildirin, but that was kind of, they have a contract with Callum Smith and I fight with the best in 168. If we want to fight each other, we need to sign a contract. The next, if Callum Smith win or I win, we need to give him the opportunity to fight for the belt. So, and that's what happened, and that's what I did, because I have an in contract, right? But I think it's the last time, but I don't.
Big news breaking straight from Canelo Alvarez himself. The pound-for-pound king is opening up about his future, and fans everywhere are locked in. According to a recent DAZN interview, Alvarez has been telling contenders they need to earn it before getting a shot at him. Canelo Alvarez is clearly not just handing out opportunities anymore.
I fight a lot of time for them.
Sure.
And no matter where I fight for them. I fight for my country. I fight for my people. And no matter where it is the fight, I fight for them. So it's good fighting in USA or Mexico. They can go and enjoy the fight, right? But no matter where is the place, I always fight for them.
But that was not the only bombshell Canelo Alvarez dropped in this sit-down. Canelo Alvarez pushed his retirement plans back, saying, "Right now I feel great," and teasing an opponent who is very good, powerful, and throw a lot of punches. Canelo Alvarez sounds hungrier than ever, heading toward his late 30s.
So we're going to go to what, 38 maybe? 39?
38.
Okay.
38.
Why that time? Why 37? Why did you say that age?
Because before, when I was young, the signs were different. You need to run every day, and the training was so hard. Sparring, a lot of sparring. Right now, the signs change. Right now, it's different. You don't need to run a lot. You don't need to do a lot of sparring. So you can go even farther. You know what I mean? Before, they are 30, 32, they are already done, everybody, all the fighters. But right now, I feel great. I think that's why I think in that way now.
After Mbili, is there someone on your mind? I know you go one at a time, but have you thought of who you want the 4 fights to be against?
No.
You don't think of that?
No.
You just want one?
Fight by fight.
Right. And he's good, right?
He's very good.
Powerful.
Power. He throw a lot of punches. He go always forward. But I like those kind of fights.
You're intrigued by the challenge, like you say. This one gets you motivated.
Yeah.
So who exactly has Canelo Alvarez's attention for the future of Mexican boxing? He answered that too. Straight from Canelo Alvarez himself. He named Ryan Garcia as the one with the more possibilities to become the next Mexican-American star, praising his charisma and talent. That is the face of the sport co-signing Ryan Garcia's future, and it says everything about where boxing is headed.
Who could be the next Mexican star? Is there someone that you're seeing right now that could be the guy?
Mexican-American, I think Ryan have the possibility to.
Right.
The more possibilities to be. He have a lot of charisma, a lot of talent, and I think he's the next Mexican-American. Mexico, we'll see.
Is there anyone right now that you see that?
No, at that level, no, not yet.
Not yet. Is that surprising?
Surprising, because
it feels like it's
always is somebody there after the other.
The next one,
the next one. But I don't see right now. We'll see maybe in 1 year. We don't know. Always happen.
Now let's dive into the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney situation, because things just went legal. Ryan Garcia has filed a lawsuit, and the drama is only getting started. Ryan Garcia confirmed the lawsuit himself, telling his attorney to follow a lawsuit on them over the steroid accusations. This matches reports elsewhere where Garcia has publicly insisted his suspension was for trace amounts rather than intentional use. Ryan Garcia is not holding back, and this feud is heating up fast.
Are you filing a lawsuit against them? I saw you say that on Twitter.
Yes. I told my attorney to file a lawsuit on them. They keep on saying I'm not getting tested. They keep on saying I'm now on steroids, and I almost sued Shakur Stevenson, but he stopped saying it. You know, he tried to say I was doing steroids after the Barrios fight. It's like, guys, I've been boxing my whole life. I've been hurting people my whole life. I knocked somebody when I was 12 years old. I knocked a grown-ass man out with 12-ounce gloves because he wanted to spar me with no headgear. It was the first time I ever sparred somebody without a headgear. I knocked him out. I've been knocking out people since I was little. I'm blessed. I'm gifted. And that's it. They keep on trying to run with this like I'm on steroids. And then Shakur said, I seen an interview, he goes, I need Ryan on rigorous, vigorous testing. Like, bro, what more do I have to do? I get tested by VADA, a place that I wasn't even trusting. I don't even trust them, but I still rocked with them because I'm like, you know what? If this is what they want, let's just do it. It's like, man, these guys are I don't know. They're terrified, man. They are fucking terrified. They are scared. They are the Powerpuff Girls.
Devin Haney fired back with his own version, saying he wanted to settle it in the ring instead of court. His camp has echoed that stance publicly too, with Haney previously stating Garcia cheated and disrespected both the fans and the sport by testing positive. Devin Haney is not backing down either.
Because we got the short end of the stick, you know, it was a guy that cheated and I was getting all the flack. A lot of, you know, I missed out on a lot of money. I missed out on a lot of opportunities for a guy who cheated me. But I wouldn't have wanted to do it like that, which I didn't end up doing it like that. I didn't go down that route.
It's done.
I end up, you know, wanting to. I said, listen, let's fight. Let's forget that. Forget any lawsuit. Forget anything. Let's settle it in the ring. And that's when we were scheduled to fight.
Okay. So that's not being pursued anymore.
Yeah.
Do you think from a perception standpoint, people were like, man, that's not fighting. Like, you don't sue people in fighting, and that's why some
PEDs
people.
is not fighting either.
It's crazy. No,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
you didn't do
for
anything
sure.
wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
From an athletic and integrity standpoint.
Yeah, I can understand what they're saying, but at the end of the day, you know, I signed up for a fair fight. You know, using PEDs is not a fair fight. But like I said, I want to get it back in the ring. You know, it's boxing.
I didn't even have.
Ryan Garcia went straight for the throat, claiming he is terrified of me, and pointing out that he tested for 4 months straight before that fight. This is Ryan Garcia suing Devin Haney back, and the accusations are getting personal fast.
Devin is terrified with me, Errol, and I'm going to make it very clear. He is terrified of me. When I say he is scared every time I put my fingers on my phone to tweet against him, he is terrified. He keeps lying on me. He keeps on avoiding me. I don't understand a man that wants to talk all this shit, but his own dad said, hey, you are last on our list. I need to wait for Ryan to mature a little bit. Dude, what? Like, if people don't see how much of a bitch he is, think about this, man. He framed me 100% of that shit, bro. His fucking brother, somehow he messed up, said on Instagram, and quote, people could find the video before it even came out, I tested positive for steroids. His brother said, I know he's gonna test positive for steroids. I have a feeling, God told me. He clearly said shit too soon. This is the biggest fuck up they ever did, and they never want to clarify why the little brother said that. They always ignore that question. They ignore that I tested for 4 months straight before that fight, and then now they're lying after Barrios that I wasn't on VADA testing when I obviously was. Anybody who tests positive is gonna get tested, dumbass. And I got tested literally in Vegas before the press conference, and it's like, guys, if you can't see how much they are fucking holding on to that because they can't take the fucking L. Your son was almost face down, ass up. Your son shitted on himself.
Bill Haney stepped in with his own take, admitting Ryan Garcia was a good fighter, but adding he's an even better TikToker or influencer. Bill Haney has been just as vocal online too, previously posting that Garcia had more in his system than just Osterine, a claim that keeps fueling this fire. Bill Haney is clearly ready to keep pushing this rivalry forward.
I did always say that I believed that Ryan Garcia was a good fighter. We were 3-3 with him. I think he's an even better TikToker or influencer or whatever because he fooled you guys into thinking that he was crazy. I knew that he wasn't crazy, you know. So it was a good fight, but you know, we got to take it in stride, you know. And definitely want a rematch. Devin is still the WBC champion. He couldn't lose the belt because Ryan was overweight. He didn't make the scale, but we wanted to make the fight happen. He had a good game plan, you know what I mean, both inside and outside the ring. You can't take that away from him, you know. I'm happy who Devin is. I'm happy to represent him, and we're gonna keep on pushing.
Devin Haney confirmed the deal is simple. October we fight. Lawsuit is dropped. He admits public opinion shifted once fans saw the back and forth. Devin Haney is keeping his answer short, but this fight is happening for a reason.
A point that we made is we said, well, if we do a fight, then it won't be no lawsuit. We'll drop the lawsuit.
So you're saying that's a leverage way to make sure we get the fight, basically?
I ain't saying nothing. I'm saying what I said, but what I'm saying is that October, we fight, lawsuit is dropped.
Yeah. But you saw when it changed.
And that was, you know, that was Ryan's point as well. He said, you know, if y'all drop the lawsuit, then we'll fight. And we said, we'll drop the lawsuit if we can fight.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you seen the public opinion change because of that? That was the main thing where I feel like it got, you know, where people just started really criticizing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, like I said, we fighting in October for a reason.
Ryan Garcia is calling this whole thing a money grab, insisting he'll get approved my innocence once the case plays out. Ryan Garcia sounds completely unbothered heading into this fight.
It's definitely a money grab. He really thought that what he's doing is gonna get him more money. I mean, that's basically what it is. It's just more nonsense. I mean, I don't know why he's dragging this out so much. I don't know who his legal counsel is, but I guess the thing is I can finally prove that I never took this intentionally. So at the end of the day, it's gonna work towards my favor because I never took this intentionally. So I'm actually gonna get approved my innocence. So he's gonna take 2 L's. One in the courtroom and one in the ring. So I'm not really worried about it.
Gervonta Davis is backing Ryan Garcia publicly, questioning why the test took so long, asking, why didn't it take 72 hours to come back? Gervonta Davis adding his voice makes this saga even bigger.
Why are you standing with Ryan Garcia over this? How come you stand with Ryan Garcia over the failed tests?
See, another thing, you know why I'm backing Ryan? Because a lot of boxers going at him. When we fought, we made it cool, not saying like, but we made it cool to go at Ryan like that. Ryan is not somebody that he really like confrontation, you know. So for people to like go at him, I feel as though, and you see how serious why didn't it take 72 hours for the test to come back, right?
Came back after the fight, yeah.
Right. So why didn't come out that Tuesday or that week next? They waited till Canelo fight to push that he had something in his drug. Then once they pushed that, Devin and them was on ESPN that night.
Bill Haney closed this chapter with a direct shot, confirming the suit stance and calling out promoter Bob Arum by name, saying he's ashamed Arum would advise fighters not to sue. This lines up with the original lawsuit filing itself, which stated Haney never agreed to fight someone who had taken a performance-enhancing drug. Bill Haney made it clear this is the Devin Haney era, and this legal battle is far from finished.
We thankful to Devin Haney and stepping up and allowing us to do our job with Devin Haney Promotions and sue the entire outfit. So with that saying, the suit stands, and Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum, I'm ashamed that you as an attorney also would advise that fighters don't sue. I mean, haven't you been sued before? Marvin Hagler, Terrence Crawford, so welcome to boxing.
Now let's shift gears completely, because Errol Spence Jr. and Tim Tszyu just had their face-off, and things got heated fast. This face-off got tense fast. Errol Spence Jr. flat out refused the handshake, saying, "I don't care to shake hands," clapping back at Tim Tszyu's eye injury comments. It turns out Tszyu had already fired the shot that started it, telling reporters he was coming for every limb, especially that retina, referencing Spence's 2021 eye injury. Spence later explained the snub simply, saying, "It's not personal. It's just, we're gonna fight." Both fighters admitted they're now fully in fight mode, and Errol Spence Jr. made it clear he wants to cause pain and do damage this fight week.
I don't care to shake hands. I mean, that's not disrespectful at all. I just don't care to shake hands, be in a fight. What I shake hands for? I mean, he's been saying a lot of disrespectful stuff. I ain't saying nothing disrespectful to him. Been saying how he's gonna, what did he say? He's gonna take my eye or something like that. So, you know, so why would I shake his hand? He's saying all that I'm gonna lose the eye and stuff like that. Would he wanna shake my hand if I say I'm gonna beat his ass to inch his life? I bet he wouldn't wanna shake my hand, right? It's the same thing.
Tim, your thoughts?
We're in a fight. Keep it simple.
Did that impact you, what he said about your retina? Was that something that didn't sit well with you?
I don't care. It's just, you know, he says stuff like that, then he want to have a gentleman handshake. That's not things gentlemen say. You say stuff like that, how you want to take my eyesight and things like that. Like, you say things like that, why would I want to shake your hand? But, you know, it's fight week, so it's almost fight time.
Are you surprised by this reaction here today from Errol?
And that's all right. You know, right now I'm in fight mode. 8 weeks ago, it was just the start. I guess a more friendlier type of feeling. Now, I guess we're in fight mode for both of us. So it's, you know, I want to cause pain. I want to do damage, and that's not about nothing personal. It's just what we both have to do, you know, and it's, again, I'm just ready to get in.
The tension between Errol Spence Jr. and Tim Tszyu is only getting analyzed further by the boxing world. Max Kellerman broke down the odds, calling it a true 50-50 matchup, with both fighters at -150. He admitted he's leaning towards Tim Tszyu, citing the 3-year layoff and the brutal Crawford loss. Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. offered a different read entirely, predicting a slugfest and saying Spence gets stronger the deeper the fight goes. Kellerman still praised prime Errol Spence as an excellent welterweight, referencing his classic battle with Shawn Porter. The analysis shows just how unpredictable this Errol Spence Jr. versus Tim Tszyu clash really is.
The odds say it is a 50-50 matchup, guys. Errol Spence, 50-50 with Tim Tszyu. Both guys are at -150. Guys, Errol Spence was once considered a top 5 pound-for-pound fighter. Let me just say, I believe correctly considered a top 5 pound-for-pound fighter. Yeah, Tim Tszyu never reached a pound-for-pound list of any kind at any level. But right now, Cop, who has the edge in your opinion?
Forced to pick, I'm leaning toward Tim Tszyu. And this is one of those fights, I think I said to you, Max, before we went on the air, where if Tim Tszyu gets knocked out, I'm going to say, what was I thinking? Of course. But Errol Spence, 3-year layoff now, right? After he got destroyed by Terrence Crawford, which, of course, Terrence Crawford's a great fighter, so no shame in that. But the kind of fight that can really kill your confidence, I think back to like Jeff Lacey and Joe Calzaghe. And he wasn't the same after the car crash. So you have the car crash, you have the Crawford fight, you have another 3-year layoff, and now the fight was supposed to be at 158 catchweight, Tim. Then they moved it to, Spence wanted to move it to 160. This doesn't scream to me somebody that's taking it serious and really loves fighting anymore.
Tim, I don't believe it was like Jeff Lacey and Calzaghe, because Jeff Lacey, as was done with various fighters throughout the history of boxing, right? Rocky Graziano was a middleweight champion. They did this. When you're a big, strong guy who can punch, but your promoter maybe feels you're vulnerable, they'll match you with smaller fighters moving up in weight, guys who really can't punch, guys without incredible hand speed, to make you look a certain way. And then you can be exposed against a great fighter. It turns out Calzaghe was a great fighter. At the time, we're like, is he really good? Is he a great fighter? Yeah. What happened with Spence and Crawford is something different. Spence was an excellent welterweight. I thought Spence could compete in any era. High volume puncher. He could box when he wanted to, outbox Mikey Garcia behind the jab. He could slug when he wanted to. Had one of the all-time great. Watch Spence and Porter. Shawn Porter, an excellent and hard to beat, awkward, smart fighter. And they had an all-time welterweight classic. That was the difference was Spence dropped Porter and won the decision. Errol Spence was an excellent fighter.
The fighters themselves are just as fired up heading into fight week. Tim Tszyu's team backed him fully, calling this for sure his best version yet. Errol Spence Jr. skipped a tune-up fight entirely, And in a separate interview, he explained exactly why, saying this comeback came at the perfect moment because he finally felt ready. He made it clear it doesn't really matter who they put in front of him, and Tim Tszyu is here to prove that wrong come fight night.
Do you feel this is the best version of Tim Tszyu?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, he got some tune-ups to get, you know, get himself together, and I think for sure it's gonna be the best. He just had a fight a couple months ago, so I think he's gonna be well prepared.
You mentioned tune-ups, but you didn't take one. Why not? Why go straight in with a former world champion?
Man, that's what I do.
Does that feel like a smart option for him to not take a perceived easier fight than you?
Look, given the caliber that he's at, unified world champion, he's only lost to Terence Crawford. He feels like he is at that very top, so it doesn't really matter who they put in front of him, that's how he feels. And I'm here to prove that wrong.
Tim Tszyu also opened up about the fighting style that inspires him most. Tim Tszyu did not hold back, admitting flat out, "I wasn't really a fan of Errol Spence. Never was, never will be." He revealed his true inspiration comes from Mexican boxing legends, naming Marquez, Barrera, Pacquiao, Julio Cesar Chavez, and Trinidad. In other pre-fight comments, Tszyu framed this as personal too, describing it as a chance to see how badly Spence really wants it after time away and financial success. Tim Tszyu promised fans will see that monster unleashed against Errol Spence Jr., and this fight just got even more personal.
In all honesty, I wasn't really a fan of Errol Spence. Never was, never will be.
No, fair enough.
I'm more David Benavidez style.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that I guess that Mexican style. It's always deep within me. You know, like I grew up watching the Marquezes, the Barreras, Pacquiao, of course, Julio Cesar Chavez, Trinidad. You know, like that's the boxing style that I aspire to be. You know, we just unleash, and yes, will I bring out the monster? I will bring.
Even former opponents of Errol Spence Jr. are weighing in on how this fight could play out. Sean Porter, the man who took Errol Spence Jr. to the limit himself, gave one of the most respected breakdowns of this fight. He compared the main event to two cars colliding, predicting multiple knockdowns, and saying it's going to look like a movie. Porter initially leaned Spence, but admitted he's now leaning a little bit more Tim, explaining that punching Errol Spence Jr. has historically been the way to beat him. Interestingly, Spence himself has echoed this, publicly admitting he sees real gaps in Tszyu's defense too, saying he definitely sees the weaknesses and openings in Tszyu's style. Porter even reminded everyone that he hit him more than he had ever been hit in his career up to that point, and that carries real weight in this prediction.
I can speak to the main event. The main event is two cars, man, just like this. You can expect in the main event multiple knockdowns. I think both guys are going down multiple times. It's gonna look like a movie.
And I feel like you would know this answer better than anyone else. Like, what would your prediction be for this fight?
It's really 50-50. You know, the fight was announced, the fight was talked about. I'm like, Errol. And the more I've began to really slow this thing down and look at truly every single aspect of this fight, not like I haven't, but the more I look at it, I feel like it's 50-50, but I'm actually leaning a little bit more Tim, you know? I like the fact that Tim thinks that the best way to beat Errol is by punching him. That's historically how you beat Errol Spence Jr.
And you would know, like you'd beat in the ring?
Yeah. I came pretty damn close, and I probably hit him more than he had ever been hit in his career to that point, yeah.
Not everyone in the boxing world is staying diplomatic about this rivalry, though. Ronnie Shields did not hold anything back, blasting Tim Tszyu directly for crossing a line. He drew a clear boundary, saying normal trash talk like, "I'ma knock you out," is just boxing talk. But bringing up Errol Spence Jr.'s eye injury is different, calling it straight up disrespect. That eye injury comment is exactly what sparked the handshake snub in the first place, since Tszyu had told reporters he was targeting every limb, especially that retina, going into fight week. Shields made his stance obvious, saying, "Boxing is a barbaric sport, but there are certain things you say and certain things you don't say." His final point landed hard, saying you cannot disrespect a man like that and then expect a handshake afterward, because that doesn't work.